Hello, our Savior, and happy Ash Wednesday. I hope this note finds you doing well. What a powerful day this is, as I got to spend some time this morning with some of you, with some of our staff, and some of our school families this morning as we did this tradition we have of the imposition of ashes, as we put ashes on foreheads. And I spoke those words over folks. Remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. And yet I didn't stop there, but today I said, and remember Jesus and his love and his death. And because of him, you are forgiven. And friends, that's where we are today. It's a day where we're reminded of our mortality. We're reminded of our sin, but we're also reminded that we're not left in our sin, but we have a Savior in Jesus. If you haven't worshiped with us yet, I invite you to log on and worship with us online. We're also doing Ashes tonight from 7 to 7:30. We'd love to come and see you as we remember not only our sin, but the answer for our sin. Jesus, the one who gave his life, who suffered and died, that we might have life. Friends, I'm excited to bring you some announcements as we received word that we're going to be able to worship inside together again. And we've been talking and planning as a staff to get ready for this announcement. And I met last night with our leaders, our board of elders, and our board of directors. And I'm excited to announce the next step, the next plans for you in terms of when we're going to be getting back together again. We are planning our first indoor in-person service on Sunday, March the 7th at 9 a.m. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to have that opportunity to worship together. It is going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a day of celebration, a day of worship, and I can't wait to see you then. As we prepare for that day, just a reminder that on that day, we are going to have to continue to do mask and temperature checks. We're going to have to ask you to register for that day, and we're going to continue to be socially distant and do things as safe as we possibly can. In many ways, it'll look similar to what we were doing back in November when we were able to worship together indoors at that time. But would love to see you, would love to have you be a part of that. Sign-ups for that will be beginning very soon, and we're going to ask you to register together as a family, just so that we can have a list of who's there in case we have to do some contact tracing on our part, that we'll be able to contact everybody. We aren't sharing that information with anyone. We haven't been asked to share that information with anyone, and we're not going to do so. And I can tell you, things will be a little different than when we last worshiped together last March. But how beautiful and good it'll be as God's people to be able to gather in our sanctuary and worship God together. As we prepare for that day, a couple things that I want to note. Over these next 2 Sundays, from 9 a.m. until 10 a.m., we're going to be having an opportunity to have walk-up communion. We're going to ask you to get out of your cars, and then we're going to have opportunities for family units to commune together in our courtyard, and with a little mini communion service. We'll say the invocation. We'll have a time of confession. We'll have a time where we'll remember the words of institution, distribute God's very body and blood, and with an under simple bread and wine, and then have a benediction. And so would love to have you come and commune with us from 9 to 10 a.m. the next 2 Sundays. Would love to have your family be a part of that. Also, as we're preparing for March 7th and all that is going to happen today, it takes 11 volunteers to make each and every one of those services happen. We need your help. If you could come and help and be a part of that, we would greatly appreciate it, because without you, we can't do it. So need your help. Thank you so much for all of your love and support over this last year. I know there's been a lot. I know there's been a lot of things happening and going on, but we're excited to get back together. But also, I want to say this. Online ministry will continue on. We know for some folks, they're not ready to come out yet. We know for some folks, they're worshiping at home and going, Pastor, this is where we're at. This is what we're comfortable with, and for good and right reasons. If that's you, great. We're going to continue to provide the best online worship we possibly can and make worship at home something that you can continue to do. For those who feel safe and comfortable and ready to come out, please know that we are excited to welcome you back and to be able to have that time together. There will be more announcements coming about special services for Holy Week. All of our Wednesday services are going to be online throughout Lent this year, and we're getting ready for some fun and exciting stuff for Holy Week. But stay tuned for that. But with that said, just wanted to let you know, March 7th we'll be back in person for indoor in-person worship. Register online beforehand. And then also the next 2 Sundays, we're going to be having communion. You don't need to register for that. You can just come and commune together with us, and look forward to seeing you there. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful week.